You are listening to Smart Women's Dating Podcast, episode number 20. Welcome to Smart Women's Dating Podcast. I am your host, certified life coach Lærke Nielsen, and I help smart, independent women attract the love they deeply desire without having to chase or settle. This podcast will give you the mindset tools and insights you need to finally crack the code to your love life. Are you ready? Then let's go. Hey friend, how are you? I hope you are enjoying life and shining your light into the world. You all have a light to shine and a life to enjoy, regardless of whether you are currently dating or in a relationship. Your light is not defined by a partner. And if you remember that and live by that, you are already doing yourself a big favor in attracting love and avoid getting overinvested in a man who isn't investing back in you emotionally. And that is the topic of today. I'm going to talk about how to not overinvest in a man who isn't investing in you, what it looks like when we do it, and give you 3 tips to avoid it. And of course, also tell you, when is it then that you can go all in? When is it safe to invest all the energy and emotions you want? Because that's what we want at some point, right? That's one of the reasons why it feels so good to have a partner, is so you can express your feelings and pour some love on him. But first I want to invite you to give me a review. If you like the podcast, go to Apple Podcast and write me a review. And if you want to give me 5 stars, this would make me super happy. Each month I will offer a free power coaching session of 30 minutes to one of you who've written a review, and I will announce the winner here on the podcast. I also want to remind you of my freebie, The Love Scripts, that has 35 scripts and inspiration on how to communicate in dating. And you can get this for free by signing up on the link in the show notes or on my website, lærkethelovecoach.com. And then I also want to say that if you listen to this episode in the future, maybe a year from now, for instance, and you can no longer find the link on my website, because I do change my freebies from time to time. And if you then listen from a platform with no show notes, but you want one of the freebies I've mentioned here on the podcast, you can always send me an email or contact me on Instagram. I am Lærke the Love Coach on Instagram as well. And then I will send it directly to you. So go to my website, lærkethelovecoach.com, or my Instagram account, Lærke the Love Coach, and Lærke is L-A-I-R-K-E. And something I also want to share with you about signing up to get a freebie is that when you do that, you get onto my email list, so you're part of my community, and that means you will be invited to free workshops and masterclasses. You will get freebies before everyone else, and you will get all the special offers that I only offer to my community. And right now, I'm actually doing something new and fun. I'm doing open Zoom calls where everyone can send me a question about dating and I will answer and give you personalized advice. And this is only for the women in my community. And you get automatically access the minute you sign up for a freebie. So click on the link in the show notes or go to my website and sign up for the freebie. So let's dive into the topic of today. First, let me ask you, do you recognize this? You've been dating for a while and for the longest time you haven't met anyone interesting, and then all of a sudden you meet a man that you have a great connection with and who seems to tick all the boxes. You had a couple of dates and you've been texting with him in between and you feel very optimistic. You tell yourself that he is very rare, and last time you met someone like that was maybe 5 years ago, so if it doesn't work out with this one, it's probably gonna take another 5 years. And you are ready to delete your dating profile and go all in on this man because he is way above the level of anyone else you met so far. So you check your phone all the time to see if he's texted you, and you think about him practically all the time. And when you go out with friends, you imagine what it would be like if he was there with you all. You imagine going on a vacation with him, meeting his family, or you introducing him to your family, and maybe you even imagine what your name would look like next to his on the door. You are so ready to give it a go. You know for sure which page you are on, but you're not really sure where he is. Now, he could be 10 pages behind you. To him, you are still a woman he just met. He needs more time to get to know you and develop the emotional connection to you. Men are not women in hairy bodies. Often they take longer to get to the same level emotionally where they feel ready to call you a girlfriend or a partner. It's not like that for all of them, but a lot of them. And if you invest too fast and too early, there's a risk you will be disappointed or hurt if you find out that he just isn't as far into the emotional connection as you are. And if you feel very deeply invested emotionally and you sense that he isn't investing the same in you, it's easy to get into this graspy, desperate energy, although you don't want to do that and you try to avoid it. But if you feel this, he might be able to sense it too. It can be very difficult to hide. So, how do you avoid becoming so emotionally invested early on? I'm going to give you my 3 tips on how to do that. Tip number 1, practice slow dating. It's important to remember here that just because he isn't there yet, it doesn't mean that he won't be there later. He just needs a bit more time to discover you. So you need to go more slow yourself and allow him to catch up on you. It takes time to really get to know someone, and if you are serious about a man, you will want to allow the connection to develop over time, also for your own sake. It's really cool to have found someone you feel excited about right now, but you want to make sure that you feel just as excited, or maybe even more, when you've known him for 3 months. Take it slow and have 1 or max 2 dates per week and see how your feelings develop over time, and give yourself a chance to discover him as a person as well. And then you can also see if he keeps showing up consistently and wants to prioritize you, not just in the first couple of weeks after having met you, but also after several months. I know this is annoying. You want to go all in when you meet someone new, but if you're looking for a long-term relationship, then what's the urgency? This also means don't get intimate with him too early, because once you do that, your brain will be soaking in all the feel-good hormones and you're gonna feel so much more attached to him. This doesn't happen for men. They can more easily have sex with a woman without feeling any different about her afterwards. So give yourself and your future love life the chance to unfold by giving it time. If he is the right one for you, he will still be there in 2 to 3 months. And then you guys most likely will be on the same page and you will feel a million times better about the connection when you truly know that he wants it as much as you do. Tip number 2, keep your options open. I know a lot of you don't want to do that and you tell yourself you are not faithful if you date other men. But you are not in an exclusive relationship and the point is to keep your energy open to other men. Remind yourself that there are other men out there. So just have a coffee, go for a walk, or maybe just have a video date with someone. The only purpose is to avoid hyper-focusing your energy on one person. And it's not just to distract yourself, because if you keep thinking about this one man while you're having coffee with someone else, it's just gonna be like ticking off a box but still being in the same mindset. You want to cultivate an abundant man mindset. Think about how many good men there are out there and that you just haven't met yet. Practice noticing every time you see someone or meet someone that seems nice. You don't need to know for sure that they are indeed nice or if they are single. Just notice that they exist. You've only met a very, very small fraction of all the men that are your age, single, and would qualify as potential partners for you. There are so many men you've never met. So get yourself into this abundant man mindset and spread your energy and attention to more than this one guy. Tip number 3 is do what lights you up outside of dating. See your friends, continue living your life, plan new things, and have fun. This is especially relevant if you really like the guy. It will help you be more resilient and balanced when you cultivate a fulfilling life, so he isn't the only fun activity. And it will help you be more patient in slow dating if you have other activities that you look forward to, and you also have more to talk to him about when you see him. Practice thinking of yourself as this woman who enjoys life and naturally attracts good men to her because of that. The best way to attract a man is actually to be in a place where you already have a great life. You already feel abundant in joy and meaningful activities, and you are not waiting for him to save you from your single life. And you don't believe that you can only be happy if you have a partner. You are allowed to believe that you will upgrade your quality of life with a good partner, but not that you can't be happy without. I won't allow you to believe that. A man will love to know that he can make you happy, but he doesn't want to be your only source of happiness. And you don't want that either. So make a list of all the things that light you up, all the things that you feel give you purpose and joy, and make sure to do all of this while you're dating. Then when is it you can allow yourself to go all in? The moment where you've known him for around 3 months and he is still showing up, he is still prioritizing you, and maybe he even told you that he want to be exclusive with you. Once you see that he has caught up with you and he is now equally invested emotionally, that's where you want to allow yourself to go all in. It's not about being hard to get. I don't think you should ever think about being hard to get. It's just staying in your vibe, not being 10 kilometers ahead of him, and not over-investing in someone you just met and who may or may not be a good match for you. This is all about being patient and trusting that the man who is the right one for you, he will continue investing more and more, and he will still be there in 2 to 3 months. So that's all what I have for you today, and if you want to attract a healthy and long-lasting relationship, I can help you. All you need to do is get on a call with me so we can find out if this is something for you. I offer a free 45 minutes consultation call, and the main purpose of this call is for you to get clarity. You will leave the call with an idea of whether you want to work with me as your private coach or not. So go book a call and let's do this. There's a link in the show notes and on my website, Lærke the Love Coach. And until next time, have a beautiful week and enjoy dating. If you like what you're hearing on this podcast and you want to get support from a coach on your love journey, I invite you to book a free consult call with me. You will find the link in the show notes. And also, don't forget to subscribe, and I would love it if you would rate and review this podcast, and then you'll also help other women find it.